Good evening, sports fans, and welcome here inside McMullen Arena at the Hooper Brigade Sports Complex on the campus of the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm Drew Blevins alongside Chris Lehman for Wolfpack Sports Television's coverage of the ACCHL semifinal matchup between the North Carolina State Wolfpack and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Chris, it's a rivalry matchup in Annapolis. You come 300 miles away only to play the backyard brawl. How does NC State feel for this one?
Well, I think NC State's ready to go. They didn't play very well last week when they played North Carolina. It ended in a tie 2-2, so they know they have the skill on this team to win this game. They're very focused. That's how the ride over was. Everyone was concentrating. Everyone was ready to go. They really want that gold medal this year in this tournament, so I think they're ready to go for this one tonight, Drew.
We talked about the netminders last night between NC State's Eric Murbach and Navy's James O'Halloran. Tonight, it's a battle of the normals. For the Wolfpack, it'll be Nick Camaris. For the Tar Heels, it is going to be John Jackson. Neither of these two guys like each other at all. How does that goaltending matchup play out?
I expect to see great goaltending out of both of them. Nick Camaris, we'll see how he starts because he hasn't played since last week. Eric Murbach, as you said, got the start last night. Jack Johnson will be solid. We'll see how that goes. I know NC State did a great job the first time that they met up. They put 6 goals in on him, got a lot of low shots and found the rebounds, and that's his big weakness, is rebound control. If NC State can force him to leave some juicy ones out in the slot, I think NC State will have a lot of success.
NC State did not start well and barely survived the Naval Academy last night, winning 1-0. North Carolina trounced all over the 4th seed Elon Phoenix by a final count of 6-2. Chris, what is it going to take for either of these teams to win tonight?
Well, I think it's all about confidence for UNC. They've won 3 tournaments already this year. Obviously, looking for the 4th. They'll come in with a lot of confidence because when it comes to tournament play, they've been very successful this year. If you're NC State, as you said, it's all about a quick start. If they can get on top of North Carolina, they're going to have the advantage. North Carolina's going to have a lot of confidence coming off of a tie against NC State last week. They think they have the upper hand. NC State has to show them that they don't.
No love lost on Valentine's Day. It's the backyard brawl from Annapolis, Maryland. NC State, North Carolina on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack. Introductions necessary. There is no reason to state that there is no love lost in this Valentine's Day matchup between the North Carolina State Wolfpack and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Chris, it is going to be an absolute barn burner of a backyard brawl tonight. How do you see this one playing out?
It's hard to say. I have to wait until this game starts because NC State has been very sluggish in their last few games. If they come out with jump, I think they'll have the advantage, but we'll see what happens. This Carolina team has a lot of confidence right now. They're playing very well, probably the best hockey that they've played all season, and this is when you want to be playing your best. So I think you're right. It's going to be a very good game tonight, very close, and we'll see what happens.
The starting lineup for the Tar Heels, it will be Graphius, and he will be flanked on the outside by Gelletley and Ariema. For NC State, Mackie Heyman, Sam Banashevitz, and Mitchell Gallagher. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. NC State in their classic black uniforms, red and white trim, white numericals. North Carolina in the white uniforms with the Carolina blue numericals. Dumped into the zone here by Gallagher. Ariema will go chase it down. It'll be corralled and moved quickly up ice. Snap pass up and forward. Gelletley right onto it, and he'll fling that one high up in the air. Brought back down. Stryker right on top of it. Heyman backhands it back into the zone. Picked up on defense by Alex Keith. His younger brother Nick also plays on this team, and we're going to see our first icing of the contest as this one goes back across the goal line. That'll give us a chance to look at the starting goaltenders. For the Wolfpack, it is going to be Nick Camaris, the old strong and steady, I should say. John Jackson playing the same role for the Tar Heels, Chris.
Yeah, you got 2 very strong goaltenders on both ends. It's not going to be easy to beat either of them tonight. Both teams are going to have to take advantage of the chances that they get because these goalies don't give up anything easy.
Potent line out for the NC State Wolfpack. It's Engel, Sunda, and Fredenberg, and they'll go to work offensively. Chip down in the zone. Sunda shooting one, and it ended up rolling off the stick of Jackson. Rebound opportunity corralled by the Pack. Toward the slot area. This is going to be curled around and eventually cleared up to Gelletley. Backhands it straight up through the zone. Graphius will try to chase it down. Quick snap pass over for the Wolfpack. This will be sent into the zone. Moving it back up and around Sunda here. Andrew Cook, the defenseman, moves that one back all the way down into the zone. Corralled by the Tar Heels. They're going to look to go the length of the ice, and we see a whistle blown. And this is going to come all the way back down. Chris, I'm not sure what happened on that play.
It's a delayed offsides there, and Engel didn't come back and check up at the blue line, so it's going to come all the way down. I thought they had all checked up. Apparently, they hadn't all gotten across the line at one time, so they will have to take the faceoff in their defensive zone, but I like the energy NC State has come out with, Drew.
They've come out with a whole lot more jump than they did against Navy last evening. Into the corner it goes, chased all the way back down by Ivkovitz. He'll backhand this one back onto the back end wall. Brought back up by North Carolina. They'll try to work up the half wall. Intended to go up to the point. It'll be flown right back out. And the steady-handed defenseman Ian Hawkins will hop onto it there. Move back by the Wolfpack at the blue line. Quick snap pass across. Easily intercepted by Gerlitz, who tried to chip it back. Unable to do so initially. It'll be taken back by the Tar Heels. Stretching it out. Boudreau moving it up and forward. It'll be chased all the way back down by Connor Ivkovitz. Back behind the net, a little bit of stick work going on behind the play. Pulled up and into the corner, the single blind spot we have in the broadcast booth. Move back up by NC State. They try to come up the half wall with it. A lot of pressure being applied by North Carolina. Brought ahead. This is Will Bieberdorf taken down on the play. Will not get a call for hooking. Bieberdorf, good pressure, and he'll just opt to dump this one all the way back into the zone. Banashevitz, lots of pressure applied to Hawkins, who will turn with the puck here. Moves it up to Gerlitz, and he'll fire this one all the way back down. It may be icing. No! Beating out the play was A.J. Hamel. He got a good couple of steps of his NC State Racing counterpart. Taken here once again and corralled by the Tar Heels. Moved all the way back. Slap shot by Hamel. Misses the net wide. Down low. Carried once again by the Tar Heels as they'll work around right toward the front of the net, blocked off by a diving Sean Bly. Into the corner it goes once again. Taken toward the front of the net, cut off by the defenseman Bly, and he'll look to move it around the horn. State clears it out through neutral ice. It's an errant pass and a bouncing one at that. This will be taken right back by North Carolina. Right now, both teams playing fairly evenly against each other. Gupta had the puck run on him. Comes back across the blue line. North Carolina will corral it here. Alex Keith spinning with it. It'll be skated back up and ahead by the Tar Heels. Curling with it here. Move back for Alex Keith. Sends this one onto the kick plate. Move right up. There's an opportunity right there. It'll be finally corralled by the Tar Heels. Good pressure applied by NC State. They keep it in across the blue line. Move right back up. A cool Gupta. He's got some space to work with. And he'll opt to drop this one back, intended for Hamel. Kicked around. Moved right back up. Here comes Danny Fredenberg across the blue line. Weaving in and out toward the slot area. Knocked away. Stryker will get it back in neutral ice.
Fredenberg just held on to that puck a little bit too long. He needed to find a teammate once he got across the blue line and then get to space.
Moved out here for Alec Engel. He'll get it and wrists it into the zone. This will bounce back. NC State right on top of it toward the slot. Knocked away. Corralled by Graphius, and he'll send this one up for Gelletley. Gelletley beats out Stryker. Going toward the net. A backhander goes off the side of the goal. Taken right back by North Carolina. Nick Keith winds up and fires one blocked off. He'll opt to try to dump it back in. Stick has gone loose on the play right in front. Ariema's shot misses the far side post wide. Pulled back on the line and dumped in by Vincent Boudreau. Tom Stryker on it, being all sorts of hog-tied down low. North Carolina will send this one back up to the point. Boudreau sends that one through traffic, easily stopped and steered aside. State will curl back with it. 5 minutes gone by in this first period, still scoreless from Annapolis. All the way up, Keith will hold it in, but Carolina cannot gain possession. It'll be NC State's puck. Hard off the glass. This could be icing, and it will be, just barely. Danny Blue and Zach Klein look back in disbelief. Chris, I think that was the right call there, but nonetheless, both teams playing very evenly thus far.
Yeah, you're right, and a great hustle there from NC State's Klein and Blue to try and beat out that icing. Unfortunately, they don't get to it in time, And that leaves one tired set of legs on the ice for NC State. Actually, 3 if you include the defenseman and wing and striker. You also have Fredenberg still out there. NC State needs to get it out and get a change.
And here come the Wolfpack right off the draw, carried quickly ahead. Fredenberg looking up, shoots one onto Jackson, and he'll put that into the meshing to force a whistle.
And that's exactly what you want if you're NC State. That's essentially an icing play with an offensive zone faceoff. Fredenberg got that out quickly and down the ice. NC State got the defensive change they want, and now Fredenberg can come off, and NC State has the offensive line on the ice that they want as well.
Faceoff will be taken by Nathan Haas, and he will go up against Zach Klein. Quick change for Alex Keith to get back onto the ice. Whistle blows, we're ready to drop the puck down to the glove side of Jackson. Steered back, the Wolfpack have it. Quick snap wrister, waffle boarded aside by Jackson. Moved across here, Bieberdorf to the point, held in by NC State. Bieberdorf sending it low for Danny Blue. Blue holding, looking, looked like he may have tried to get that to Klein, who does have the puck now. Good possession play, Keith knocks him off of the puck. It'll go right back behind once again. Haas lays a hit as the puck dribbles into the front. It'll be spun back, North Carolina, hard off the boards. Bieberdorf sending it right back down low. Going after it here will be Haas. Pressured by Blue. He'll move this one straight up the ice for Jacob Green. Backhanded back along, now to Gerlitz. He'll hold it on his backhand, sends that one off the glass. A bouncer all the way up for Haas, who nearly had a jump there. Pickpocketed by Klein. He'll bring it across the blue line, taken down to the play right in front of the official. Still some shoving going on. State bench wanted a penalty, not going to get it. Moved up, Gerlitz. Over to the far side now, Green sends that one ahead, intercepted by NC State, flown right back into the zone. A bouncer will be moved all the way back around. Gerlitz has a beat on it. Bly beat him to it, moving it back. State holds. Banashevitz down low for Mackie Heyman now. Heyman tried to move it into the front, backhanded, intercepted. Gallagher looking, shooting one! It was blocked off. Good defensive positioning by Green, and he may have saved a goal right there.
Oh, this is great energy right now from NC State. They've come out with a jump. They look like the better team, and right now they're playing like the #1 seed in the tournament. Right now, though, it's all about patience. We're about 6.5 minutes into this game, and NC State without a goal yet. They just need to be patient. They're starting to get their chances, and eventually they're going to find one in the net.
Whistle blows. Maggie Heyman is out of the face-off circle. This will be curled up to the point for Bly now. Bank play, intercepted and moved up by Radatovic. Stretching it out. Here goes Akul Gupta, and he's going to be pickpocketed at the last second. Carolina nearly had a breakaway. Radatovic knocks it down. He'll send it low once again. Hamel using his body to try to get possession of the puck. NC State double-teaming the biscuit, moved right back up on the kick plate. Down goes Radatovic, pulled free by the Tar Heels. Banashevitz going after it once again. They continue to work in the far side corner. Hamel settling things down, curls it low. Deked across, back to the side, toward the front of the net. Cleared out by NC State. This could spring a rush forward. It's the long and lanky Mitchell Gallagher across the blue line with it. Wrist shot, save, rebound opportunity, cleared by the Tar Heels. Shot back on, and it's blocked on the way through. And we're going to see a whistle blown here. Face-off will stay low. And I believe he called a high sticking infraction, or was that a delayed offside again?
No, I believe it was a high sticking. That's what the referee indicated there. But NC State, again, good chances and just not quite in the right position there. Great shot by Mitchell Gallagher, low like they want it. Juicy rebound, they just couldn't find the net.
Face-off stays low, once again to the glove side of Jackson. This one moves all the way up, eludes Tom Stryker. He'll backhand it back in, quick touch up for the Wolfpack, but that will give the Tar Heels an opportunity to possess. Moved right up the boards. Grafius sends that one ahead to the ever-dangerous Matt Gelletley, and away he goes up the near side boards. Nearly a triple team on the puck there. Tar Heels in space, shooting one, they scored! It goes in! North Carolina has drawn first blood!
And that's just a bad play by Chris Wing. You got to have both hands on the stick. He swatted at it with one hand on the stick, and he got beat. And he left Nick Camaris out to dry there. NC State, just not a good play there.
It will be Jonah Grafius who will get credit for that goal, and a huge one for the Tar Heels. NC State will have to come from behind. 12-12 remaining in the first period, and shadows of what happened in Hillsborough a week ago begin to creep up in the mind of the Wolfpack. Moved across the blue line here. NC State will send it back up and across. Alex Keith on his backhand, a poor pass, intended to go all the way across right there to Edward Barron, who now has to play defense. This will be moved around, played up and forward. Grafius has it, and he'll send this one up ice. It's going to be icing against North Carolina as the whistle blows.
NC State here just needs to understand that they need to keep playing the way they were. North Carolina got a good chance. They capitalized on it. You have to move on and keep playing because NC State right now has been getting the majority of the chances. They need to keep that up. Eventually they'll be able to tie this game. They need to keep going.
Well, now for NC State, certainly they have to work against momentum. Takedown on the play. NC State will yield a power play, and Dan Blue can't believe it. The first stick work penalty call we've seen all tournament. This is the same official that reffed last night between NC State and Navy. And now Carolina can go up a deuce with a conversion on the power play.
And this is what makes it so tough to play when you have a referee inconsistent like this. This is not a call that you would have seen last night. Zach Klein got shoved and knocked down after the puck was gone in the offensive zone earlier. No call. That was an interference call last night. You have to adjust, and it's tough when you're not seeing the same thing every night.
Good start to the special teams try for NC State as they clear it out. It'll come all the way back down for Radotovich. Carolina breaking out right, faking and bringing it back left. Moved across, it'll be Ariema skating it right up across the blue line now. Ariema holding. Looking, he's got Radotovich high, opts to go back down low for A.J. Hamel. Snaps it across the way, Gelletley holding. Sends it low once again, Hamel. Taps it back up top, Gelletley. Holding and looking, sends that one through traffic. Rebound opportunity toward the front. Blocked off by Banashevitz. Fortunately there too. I'm not sure if Camaras ever saw that shot. Edward Barron has the puck and he'll skate this one ahead. Quick snap pass up for Gelletley and away he goes. Gelletley works it over toward Hamel off of his skate and into the near side corner. Hamel will hold. Moves it across the way. Radotovich sends a shot. Again, pinballing just wide. Moved across again. In front. Opportunity! Cleared by NC State, but only to the blue line, no further. Held in here as Nathan Haas works low. Back up to the point. Haas holding. Slap shot. Waffle boarded aside. Now into the slot area. NC State survives. All the way back down for Jackson. 30 seconds remaining on the Carolina power play. Radotovich chips that one forward across the line. Boudreau. Quick snap pass intended for Gupta, thwarted by NC State. Could be a short-handed opportunity. Beaverdorf, backhander. He scored! Short-handed, we're tied again! Beaverdorf with a huge goal!
And look at this energy from the NC State squad. They know they've been playing well enough to have the lead in this game. They know they deserved a goal. And Beaverdorf, a great job finishing there, and he's knotted it up halfway through the period.
And that is not a goal you expect somebody like John Jackson to give up. Not good goaltending positioning. He was deep in his goal crease, and Beaverdorf just swats it right over him. What a huge goal for NC State, and momentum comes with it.
Well, you just took the words right out of my mouth, Drew. I don't know why Jackson didn't come out to the top of his crease to play that. He left way too much space for Beaverdorf, and Beaverdorf just picked the corner.
Pulled back down low. Michael Kren on it for the penalty kill. Connor Kovitz giving it all sorts of trouble. 2-1. The penalty is over. State has killed it. Back toward the front. Chance. Camaras makes the save. Rebound. Still loose. Pulled free by the Wolfpack. Held in by North Carolina's defenseman Boudreau. Sent back down low. Off of the boards. Kren. All sorts of work on Kovitz now. NC State right after it. Poked free. Carolina going after it once more. Grafius and Beaverdorf are the goal scorers, and we're knotted up one apiece. Moved ahead by Danny Blue here, 2-on-2 for NC State. Blue dropping, chance, Fredenberg shooting, one save, rebound scored! It goes in! Right off the bottom of Jackson's glove, NC State has a 2-1 lead.
And this is the NC State team we're used to seeing. They're back where they want to be. Great play there by Blue to leave it for Fredenberg, and he used the defenseman as a screen. Jackson didn't see it until it was too late, and now NC State's got the lead. That is just beautiful work by NC State. Great job staying composed after going down by one, and they're right back on top.
John Jackson has come out, and that's another one you don't expect him to give up. He's normally so good with a glove hand. That hits right off the bottom of his cheater pad, bounces in. Blue didn't touch it again. It'll be Fredenberg's goal, and the Wolfpack are up one.
Well, it's hard to blame Jackson for that goal. It did come through a screen of his defenseman, and it was really tough for him to see before really he had time to react for it.
Hamel drops it. Radatova shooting one through traffic, and it just did miss the far inside post. Behind the cage once more now, Carolina dancing behind the goal line. Moved up ice by Radatovic, held by Ian Hawkins. Taken back by the Wolfpack, they can't get a good handle on it. Into that near side corner, play continues. Carolina will control. Move back down low once again. Hamel shakes off a body check, and he'll try to move it across once more. Hamel looking, spinning it right back down low. Carried across, Radatovic to his knees. Bringing it back up ice, NC State having some difficulty clearing. Freshman defenseman Chris Wing will hold it. Wing lifts it up, breakout pass is errant, wristed right back in by Carolina. State will gladly take it though. Banashevitz wrists that one high of Jackson. It comes right back down for Ian Hawkins. Forehand to backhand move all the way to the outside now. Carolina will move this one up. Geltley chipping it around Cook. Geltley, good position, steers it to the front of the net. Carolina going toward it again. Eventually taken by the Wolfpack. Good pressure applied from behind. NC State able to get it out to neutral ice. Swatted up and forward. Moved around at the blue line. The Wolfpack will take it. Intercepted and skated right back ahead by Boudreau. Wristed in. Blockered aside by Camaris. Cook will apply pressure for NC State. And the Wolfpack will take the puck. Backhanded up the sideboards here. Carolina trying to hold. Down low it goes. A little bouncer. Works all the way over to the side. Chase back. And Bieberdorf takes it. Backhands it over for Cook once again. Held. Sent up the boards. North Carolina trying to move it ahead. Here they come. Back toward the net. Backhander. In front. Tipped onto the net. Rebound opportunity. Still loose. State survives. 6:48 remaining in this period. 2-1 Wolfpack over the Tar Heels. All the way back down. It'll be Alex Keith winning the foot race. Kristoff hog ties him, taken back ahead by Boudreau. Sent ahead a little bouncer. Connor Ivkovitz right on top of Valillo for it. Moves that one back up the boards. Held here by Nathan Haas. Intercepted by NC State, held in by the Tar Heels once again. Takedown to the plate. State wanted a penalty, not going to get it. One-on-one the other way. Here goes Fredenberg. Beat his man. Shooting one. Easy stop for Jackson. Pulled back down by Haas. He'll settle. Haas holding once again. That one's high and hard off the glass. Gerlitz now. Moving it up the ice. Sends that one all the way ahead. A bouncer into Ivkovitz skates. NC State will grab it once again. The sure-handed Matthew Valillo. Up for Fredenberg, tried to soccer it forward, taken back. Gerlitz over for Nick Keith. And he'll find his man Barron. Good job by NC State. They'll force an ice right here. So the face-off comes all the way back down to the North Carolina end. State continues to go hard, but give credit where credit is due. North Carolina is going right back at them.
Oh, you're absolutely right, but the thing that NC State has going for them right now is anytime they're able to establish themselves either in the offensive zone or in the defensive zone, when they're playing man-to-man, they have the advantage. They have to be careful of the quick transition in North Carolina, which they've done a great job of so far. If North Carolina can get numbers, then they have the advantage and they have a great chance of scoring. So NC State has to watch the neutral zone. They have to shut down these quick transition plays from the Tar Heels.
Taken back here by Stryker. On his backhand, across the way, backhander. Jackson makes the save. Right back toward the front of the net. This will be taken away by Gupta. Gonna get a little bit of support from Hamel, but NC State managed to forge it back into the zone.
Great hustle by Stryker to get back to that puck and not allow Gupta to get away and be one-on-one with Wing.
This will be Nick Keith. His pass is intercepted by Banashevitz. Quickly spun back onto the net. And off the side of the goal, Carolina will control. Stretch plate, nearly tipped away by NC State. Gupta controls now. Akul Gupta sliding this one across. A.J. Hamel with it. Hamel right across the ice. Moves it back up to the point. Nobody home for the pass. NC State will get a quick line change here. Onto the back line, Boudreau finds Edward Barron. Quick snap pass all the way ahead, tipped into the zone by Hamel, and away he goes. Hamel is an ACCHL All-Star. Move back down low once again. Picked along, now working with it was Graphius. Chip down, Carolina going after it once again. Steered ahead by NC State across the blue line, taken back by Graphius, gaining entry into the zone. Wolfpack will try to break this one out. Quick snap pass forward, intercepted. Graphius going in, pass to the front, shooting one. Oh, what a save by Camaris! Call the police, it's robbery!
Well, somebody came to play today, and that somebody is Nick Camaris. He's done a great job. He got left out to dry on the one goal, but he's done a great job being in position to make the saves, and that's just a great job flashing the leather and making an amazing save there.
North Carolina nearly tied it up with now 4 minutes to go in this first period. Backhanded along, skated back in by Sunday. Here he goes, snap wrister off the blocker, rebound back to the front, batted at. Jackson's got it, and he'll hold and cover it up. And fortunately, might I add, is it just me or is John Jackson not quite looking comfortable in net right now?
Well, I think he looked fairly strong to start the game, but he stayed in his crease on the Bieberdorf goal. I think he was kicking himself after that, and then he gets beat by Fredenberg. I think he's shaking a little bit. If NC State can keep throwing pucks on him and keep him off balance and keep him out of his own game, I think NC State's going to have a lot of success finding the net tonight.
Sunda holding, shooting one, misses it just wide. Sunda fighting after it once again, taken back by the Tar Heels. Ivkovitz now, right across the line, backhanded into the zone. A bouncer goes back behind Camaris. It is a delayed offside, and that is exactly what we will see called.
I think the linesmen might need to be a little bit louder with these offside calls. We've now seen both teams go in not hearing the offside call and get brought all the way back to their defensive end because of the delayed offsides.
Face off again to the glove side of Jackson. Face-off is won back by Heyman. Banashevitz corrals it. Shooting that one onto the net. Jackson steers it into the glass. Hacked ahead by North Carolina at the blue line. Radatovich moves that one forward. Gallagher spinning it back for the Wolfpack. Tar Heels will snap it all the way across. Hamel across the blue line. Just sent it forward into space. State will grab it. Chipped into the Carolina defensive zone now. Alex Keith sends that one up the kick plate. Moved ahead quickly. Gupta going forward. He's got it. The puck hops over his stick in the neutral zone. Nobody seems to want it. It's bouncing all over the place. Finally, Heyman finds it and snaps it over for Banashevitz. In he goes, holding. Quick snap wrister, and that one sails out of play. 2:47 remaining in the first period. NC State continues to go on the attack.
Well, that was one heck of a pass from Heyman there to Banashevitz. Perfect saucer all the way across the ice. No one else had a chance of getting it except for Banashevitz. And a smart play there to get the shot off because there were no really other options for Banashevitz there, and they get the offensive zone face-off.
Moved right back down low, skated ahead. Edward Barron finds Matt Gelletley. He'll slow down. Quick slapper. Just did miss the glove of Camaris high. North Carolina going after it, trying to forge something ahead. They'll work into the near side corner now. Pulled back and skated ahead by NC State. They may have numbers. The pass runs too far for Blue, but he'll go and catch it. Blue holding and cycling. Intercepted by North Carolina. Gelletley moving that one ahead. It'll be snapped back in by NC State.
We got one.
Alex Keith with Bieberdorf pressuring. Moving it up for Auriemma now. Sent back down low. Keith will work the opposite side. Snaps this one across for Jonah Graphius. Graphius avoids the body check, sent low by Klein. Keith worked it right off of Auriemma's skate. Snapped ahead by Barron. Auriemma calling for it's not going to get it from Gelletley. Moves that one just into open space. State will take it. Another North Carolina turnover in the neutral zone. Gelletley right on top of the puck. A little bit of help from Graphius. Here come the Tar Heels. Across the blue line, they're pickpocketed. Moved back by the Wolfpack now. Across the blue line, Fredenberg holding. Engel was the trailer. Couldn't get a pass to him. Now Engel snaps that one across the way. Pulled back. Minute 25 remaining. The puck goes by Chris Wing. Gerlitz will chase it down for North Carolina. Striker there for NC State. Up the boards. Taken back ahead. Quick play up, angle intended for Fredenberg. He missed it. Boudreau all the way back down. Now it's Tom Striker with it for the Wolfpack. He'll send that one ahead and across the blue line. Nick Keith for the Tar Heels. Just opts to dump this one in. No icing with under a minute remaining. Play continues down low on the near side wall. Keith, slap shot through traffic. Good stop by Camaris. North Carolina seems to like the rebound strategy. Long shots from the point and then crashing the net. It's Chris Wing with it here. Quick snap pass up and forward. Across the blue line, Keith slides it across the way. No winger was there for him. Fredenberg with speed across the blue line. And he goes on his backhand. Weaves through his man. Fredenberg chops at that one. And it'll be corralled by John Jackson, who holds for the whistle.
Excellent play there by Fredenberg to get to the net. And a great job by Jackson to get a glove on that and hold on to it, because NC State had Garrett Sunda crashing. If that puck isn't handled by Jackson, it leaves a gaping 6x4 for Sunda to just tap the puck in and give NC State a bigger lead.
Face off, one back. Farhat fakes the pass, sends a snap wrister through traffic, block. Rebound opportunity again. Oh, and it just does go wide. Mackie Heyman nearly had a gift wrap goal. Radatovic right on top of it. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Here goes Brendan Radatovic, wheeling across the blue line. 8 seconds remaining. Got by his man, taken down to the play. No penalty called. And that was stick to skate. I'm surprised he got away with that one. But that is where the period is going to end. It was Carolina to draw first blood, but NC State has answered with two unanswered tallies of their own. They're up 2-1 at the end of the first.
Just a great period really by both teams. NC State came out with a lot of energy. North Carolina able to match it. They draw first blood. NC State, great composure, stay with their game plan. They find 2 goals, and they have the lead at the end of 1.
An unbelievable back and forth period, but it is 2-1 NC State at the end of 1. We'll be right back with a first intermission report. You're watching the ACCHL semifinals on Wolfpack Sports Television. Back here inside McMullen Arena at the Hooper Brigade Sports Complex, Drew Blevins alongside Chris Lehman. At the end of the first period, it is NC State 2, North Carolina 1. Carolina actually drew first blood in that period. How well did NC State respond?
Well, NC State had great composure. They didn't let that goal get to them. They didn't get frustrated. They knew that they had been playing well enough to get some goals, and right after that you see Bieberdorf get one, and then less than a minute later you see one from Fredenberg as well. NC State's responded well, and I love the energy that they have. You see the reaction after they score. They want this game badly, and that's what it's going to take to win this hockey game.
After John Jackson yields the second tally, it seemed like that North Carolina really had no organization coming back through the neutral zone. They were breaking out of their defensive zone well, but it was just getting across the center red line that seemed to cost them.
Oh, yeah, and I think NC State realizes that the way Carolina is going to try and find goals, and it's the way they found their first goal, is in transition. They want to move quickly through the neutral zone, get numbers into the offensive zone quickly, and get their chances while NC State is still trying to get back on defense. NC State did a great job stymieing them in the neutral zone, not allowing them to flow through quickly, and get numbers once they get into the offensive zone, and I think that's why NC State has been able to limit them to just 1 goal.
Put yourself in Jeff Folkman's shoes right now. How, if you're North Carolina, do you find a way to score?
Well, it's a matter of capitalizing on some of your chances. They did that early when they got a really good chance. Grayfius found the back of the net and he gave them a 1-goal lead. There were some good chances where the puck was loose in front, where Carolina had some chances to get it home, and they just didn't get a stick on it. You have to find a way when you get the chances against NC State to score, because as we know, NC State can score quickly, and they also don't give up too many chances.
It's a very quick goal for North Carolina in the period. Just the puck squirts out of a pile. The other thing I think that Carolina could afford to do is start springing some more players for breakaways. They're a very fast team, especially if you get Matt Geldy or Cool Gupta ahead. I look at that as a real way to start to try to jumpstart that offense. For NC State, though, what are the adjustments they need to make going into the second?
Well, I think what they need to do a better job of, and they started to do a little bit better job of it in the first period, is make sure that they have a defenseman back. That's one of the things that Coach Heyman said, the defensive coach of this NC State team, is that they want to have one defenseman back at all times, because they know guys like Gellitley and Gupta and Ariema are going to try and spring themselves for breakaways by cheating out a little bit. If they can keep a man there and not allow those passes through and allow those breakaways, I think NC State will be fine.
NC State, the number 1 seed, holds the upper hand at the end of the first period. Still a long way to go in this one. We'll be back with second period hockey action. You're watching NC State in the ACCHL semifinals on Wolfpack Sports Television. Welcome back to the Hooper Brigade Sports Complex. Drew Blevins alongside Chris Lehman. Second period time here. 40 minutes of hockey remain in total. NC State leading North Carolina by a count of 2-1. The goaltenders have switched ends. No carryover penalties or power plays. And away we go. Gallagher takes a whack on the side, runs into the official, somehow manages to finagle to get the puck back. Shot sent high and wide. Wing back in neutral ice now. Moved along. State will have to retreat back to their defensive zone. Flown ahead. Going after it here. That's going to be Sam Banashevitz trying to pick it up on the near side boards. State will go low with the puck. Gallagher to the point. Banashevitz holding, shooting one. Misses it wide again. Heyman right back onto the puck. Moved along now. Gallagher holding. Going toward the front of the net. Holding, shooting one up high off of Jackson's stick. State controlling once again. Good start for the Wolfpack. Batted around. Pulled free, and we're going to see a penalty for high sticking, or will it just be an infraction variety?
Looks like
no, this is going to be a penalty against North Carolina.
Big chance here for NC State. You and I discussed this off camera at the break, Drew. A big part of this, of how this second period is going to go, is based on who gets the first goal. If NC State gets it, they're up 2 and they have the momentum to keep going. If North Carolina gets it, they've knotted it up and they have the momentum and the advantage after that. So this is a big power play for NC State. If they can find the back of the net and go up by 2, they will have a chance to start to put this game away here in the second.
It's Edward Barron to take the seat. NC State to the power play. Shot through traffic. Blocked. Rebound opportunity. Fanned on the way through. Fredenberg had another gift wrap goal. Just had it roll off the toe of his stick. Maggie Heyman over for Garrett Sunda now. Sunda quickly right down the side. Holding. Snap. Britzer stopped by Jackson. Rebound. There is none. Covered once again by the North Carolina goaltender. Continues to be impressive, really throughout the entirety of the season, does John Jackson.
And there was a chance for NC State, though, as Sunda was able to get that shot off, and the rebound left there for just a second by Jackson. He does a great job covering it up before Sunda gets there. But if NC State has a man in front, that's a great chance.
Sunda out of the face-off circle on the false start. Engel will take his place. And Engel wins one. Over for Garrett Sunda now. Into the near side corner, moved up top. Maggie Heyman winds up, fires one, and that deflects wide. Another one toward the front of the net, and he missed it. Whistle blows down low, and the net is moved off of its pegs. A great opportunity right there. Heyman just let a bullet rip from the point, and I'm not sure who it hit, but that deflected easily a good 6 feet. Off of the glancing blow.
And I think that was going in. I think it hit Fredenberg, and I think if Fredenberg had dodged it, that would be another goal for NC State.
Fredenberg, give-and-go play toward the front of the net. Hops over a Carolina stick. NC State continues to hold. Moved across the way now. Held back behind the cage. Toward the front of the net. Opportunity for NC State. It was blocked off. Heyman. Pardon its angle now. Lost the puck. And it'll be curled all the way back down by North Carolina. Pressure from behind by the ever-speedy Akul Gupta. Carolina 50 seconds away from killing off a big penalty. Cook tried to lay it into the zone. It oscillated on his stick. NC State does manage to hold possession. Sent down low off the side of the goal. Hack and whack time down low. Jackson thought he had it. He does not. North Carolina fighting for it. Swept back toward the net. Into open space. Heyman wins the race. Swapped right after it. There's a shot. Batted high. Jackson tried to put that one out of play. Heyman holding again after the swipe play. Sends it right back down low. This one lifted up high. And I think that may have hit Jackson right in the cage. It's a save nonetheless with 16 seconds to go on the Barron penalty. NC State right on the precipice of scoring.
Yes, and NC State needs to be careful here when Barron comes out of the box, because if Carolina is able to get possession, as he does, he's going to have a nice breakaway. The defense for NC State is going to have to be aware of that.
Up at the point now. Slap shot from Bly. He fanned on it. This could spring a short-handed opportunity. Move quickly forward. Grafius has a beat on it. He's going to be pushed outside by his number opposite Farad. Back behind the net now. Poked free by North Carolina. Banashevitz sends that one along. It'll be moved up. Farad skating after it here. Gellatly right onto it. Grafius chasing it down. Bly after it. Moved back ahead by Danny Blue to the outside. It's five-a-side hockey once more. Here's a shot just wide of the net from Banashevitz. Onto the half wall now. Stryker will tend to the blue line. The puck goes down low. Banashevitz toward the front of the net. Good defensive play by the Tar Heels. Gellatly sends this one back up. Grafius tap play back for Ariema. Carolina's top line out there right now. The slap shot goes wide. And we will see delayed offside once again. The face-off goes all the way back down.
I'm not sure why that offside wasn't called immediately, Drew. I'm pretty sure that Ariema was in the zone and when he took the slap shot. And if they're offsides, then the face-off stays right here just outside of the NC State blue line. That's kind of an unfortunate call for North Carolina. They got the short end of the stick, and the face-off comes all the way down into their zone.
Free chance for NC State. They win the face-off. Stryker lost the puck. Carolina has numbers ahead. Here goes Gupta. Walking in, pass across. They scored! A.J. Hamel ties it up with a 2-on-1, and we're knotted back at 2.
Well, Chris Wing needs to stay to the center there, and NC State needs to work on their defensive blue line, because right now they're not doing a good job. They're swatting at pucks up at the point, and that's the second time this period they've been beat, and Carolina's gotten a jump on the puck. And then after that, Wing pinches over on Gupta, leaves Hamel wide open, and there's nothing Nick Camaras can do there. The only thing he has a chance of doing is making another great glove save, and he doesn't do so.
But Chris, what a conversion. Gupta could not see Hamel on the opposite side. He just had to put it into open space. What execution by North Carolina, and they nearly had another one there. Pulled back up by Engel, chipping it over. Big hit laid back behind. North Carolina picks up the puck. Here they go. Dumped into the zone by number 12, Vincent Boudreau. Farad picks it up, moves this one ahead. Now Garrett Sunda up across the blue line. Slap shot, easily caught by Jackson, who will hang on. And Chris, to go back to that scoring play, truth be told, the goal was scored back at the NC State offensive blue line. Stryker pinched, Gupta chipped it right around him, then turned on the Jets, made a beautiful pass, and what a finish by Hamel. Best play by North Carolina, maybe the entire season.
Well, yeah, and not a great play there by NC State. So what we talked about at the first intermission was NC State's got to be wary of North Carolina getting a jump and getting out and getting an odd man rush. And that's exactly how they score. The North Carolina defense, you don't want them to be too timid, but they have to make sure they have all their bases covered.
Gerlitz now chipping that one ahead off of an NC State stick. The Tar Heels have possession. Worked out wide. Edward Barron blew a tire, but finds a way to get the puck deep. Spinning it over for Farad now. He'll move it right back up for Mitchell Gallagher. Across the blue line, Gerlitz trying to drop it back. He'll intercept the play. Coming all the way back down. On to Camaras. Icing will be waived. Nearly 5 minutes gone by here in this second period. 2-2. Banashevitz. Hack and whack time for Gerlitz. Not called for the slash. Moved along once again. Taken up by North Carolina. Forged ahead into the zone. Gallagher using the reach to move it around his man. All the way back down. Banashevitz with a beat on it. He's got Jacob Green right onto him. Shot back toward the net. Good stop by Jackson. Valillo holding the puck here. Moves it all the way across for Bly. He'll wind up and fire through traffic. It never made it to the net. Moved up again, North Carolina with speed. Right through the neutral zone, it's Grafius. He's one-on-one now. Grafius holding. Knocked off of the puck by Matthew Valillo. Sent back down low now as Bly bounces it D-to-D. Blue now back for Bly. It hopped his stick. Sean Bly reaching after it. Avoids Grafius and pulls back. Cross-ice pass for Blue. He'll look up. Danny Blue slides that one into open space. Kristoff going after it. He will not win the foot race. Icing against the NC State Wolfpack. No line change, and Carolina has an offensive zone face-off.
This is starting to look like the NC State team we saw last night, Drew, and I don't like it. This isn't what you want to be doing if you're NC State. Right now, they're fortunate that North Carolina hasn't really taken advantage of the momentum from the goal they just scored. Both teams kind of seem to be stagnant right now. Somebody's going to have to jump up and take advantage of an opportunity here for either squad.
Mackie Heyman thrown out of the face-off circle. He had some words for the officials. It is a face-off win by NC State. Pulled back across the line, offside called. Face-off stays out in the neutral zone. 14:04 remaining in the second period. NC State is doubling up North Carolina on shots, but that's not the category that matters. It is goals, and the teams are even. Moved across the way here, takedown and neutral ice. NC State heading back toward Jackson, intercepted by the Tar Heels. Through the neutral zone, in a little bit of trouble. They'll alleviate pressure to Boudreau. Chipped into the zone off of the stick of Akul Gupta, who right now has the game-tying assist. Moved up ice. Taken and moved along. Radatovic couldn't get a good handle on it. State flies it all the way back down. Takedown through the neutral zone. No penalty. Icing against the Wolfpack. And now, Chris, you're starting to see that trademark North Carolina chippiness creep back into the game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that one was intentional or not, if both players thought that the other was going to move afterwards. But yeah, you have to watch out for that stuff. And the thing that's frustrating is that after the Navy game, it certainly seemed like we were going to see a lot of that stuff called, and today it's not being called. It's really tough to tell, and it's hard for the players on the ice to figure out how to play the game when it's not being called consistently.
Down low, it's Garrett Sunda going after the puck, tracking it for NC State. Pressure by Gallantly. He's got it. Spun back toward Camaras. He blocked it off with his blocker pad. Flown all the way ahead. Alec Engel going after the puck. Icing waved. Carolina after it now. Takedown. And still a whole lot of hacking and whacking going on. One of the North Carolina players had a hold of Alec Engel's stick. There will be no penalty. Carolina across the blue line. Ariema takes it back down low. Backhand pass toward the front of the net. Pulled back up a little bouncer. Ariema has a beat on it. He'll stop it at the blue line and rolls it back down low. Gelltley going after it. Chris Wing beats him out and he'll hold. Spinning right back practically into Gelltley's chest. Turnover, slap shot right up into Nick Camaras, who will hold and cover up.
NC State's got to find a way to capitalize offensively. They got a little bit of a bad call there down at the other end. You see Engel talking to the referee now, and I'm not sure what he was looking at. He was looking right at it. The puck was right there. Engel trying to get away, and it was clear that the Carolina player sitting on the ice had a hold of his stick. I'm not sure what this guy's looking at right now.
Well, I think what you're going to have to accept is this is going to be a very lenient game from the officials. There's going to be a lot to go. Right now, Carolina is winning the physicality battle, as there's another hit on Banashevitz, that one coming from Haas. Through the neutral zone, North Carolina will dump it in. Curled around. Moved up ice here. Just across the blue line. North Carolina right now holding all the momentum after scoring. Carried forward. Gallagher on his backhand to Haas. Through the neutral zone comes NC State now. It's Mackie Heyman shooting one right off of Jackson's leg pad into the corner. Cook holds this one, chipped back down low. Alex Keith can't get it out. Turnover, shooting one wide of the net. Gallagher had a great opportunity, tried to pick the short side corner and was unable to.
Gallagher's got to hit the net there. That's a great chance in close. Got to find the net.
Up at the point, Cook now sending it right back down low. Banashevitz in front, steered onto the net by Heyman. Pulled back in front, backhand pass, ill-advised. Held at the blue line. Quick Willie spun right back on toward Jackson, blocked off, and a backhander off the glass. It's into the safety of neutral ice. Back into the corner, Jacob Green will take it. Sends this one along, Gerlitz holding on to it. Kristoff reaching up into the play, saves it for NC State. Banashevitz open, digging, shooting one, he scored! Banashevitz beat Jackson on the blocker side. NC State's ahead again.
And again, NC State responding so well to giving up goals. That's exactly what you want when you give one up in a tight hockey game like this. You come back, you get pressure, and you put one home. If NC State can keep doing this, I think they'll put themselves in good shape going into the third.
Huge goal for Banashevitz. It was a great shift by that line for the Wolfpack. And another one squeaks by Jackson. And Chris, you talk about pucks going around goaltenders. All of the goals that have gone in on Jackson have gone through him. And that is not a good sign. This could be icing. NC State's going to win the foot race. The face-off all the way back down to Jackson's end.
And again, favorable to NC State. They've got fresh bodies on the ice. A little bit of tired legs out there for North Carolina. Another good chance. Will Bieberdorf already has one. Zach Klein has played a great game. He's out there as well. This is a good line to have out right now. They've been playing very well tonight.
3-2 NC State. Another shot just goes wide of Jackson. Pulled back up by the Tar Heels. Kren tries to send it along once again. Turnover. Here comes North Carolina. It's Hamel who has the most recent Tar Heel goal. Forging ahead. Continues to do work. Big takedown on a cool Gupta. Right back toward the slot. Spun on, and a good stop by Camaris. Will Bieberdorf wins the battle to the puck, chipping it high and into his own bench. Face-off.
Should come out. I believe the defenseman for North Carolina got a glove on it, and that's what knocked it into the bench.
It's out to neutral ice. 10:30 remaining in this second period. NC State, 18 shots on goal. North Carolina, 9. Face-off won by the Wolfpack. Tom Stryker holding it here. Stryker will skate it, a couple of steps, fires it over for Engel. Alec Engel holding on his backhand, Flanagles one toward the net and wide. Onto the half wall now. Stryker holding a bouncer. Throws that one toward the corner. North Carolina will grab it. Here come the Tar Heels. Dumped in just across the blue line. Engel moving it up now. Fredenberg with speed. Shooting one. Great blocker save by Jackson. And that may be all Jackson needs to get his head back into this hockey game. Is a good stop there. North Carolina nearly had another 2-on-1. It would have been Graphius and Gupta.
NC State's defensemen have to be careful about the way they pinch. They're giving a lot of chances to North Carolina. They got lucky there.
Now it'll be taken up by Danny Fredenberg. Across the line he comes. Wrist shot onto Jackson. A bouncer back in the slot. Another stop by Jackson. Great bid by Sunda. Pulled back up to Gellertley now. Into open space. Graphius one-on-one with Wing. Graphius beat him but lost the puck. Held once again by Jonah Graphius. Sends that one up. One-timer. Fanned on. Taken back. NC State has numbers. Moved out wide to Alec Engel now. He'll settle things down. Just throws that one onto John Jackson. And I believe they're going to say that hit the meshing and went out of play.
Jackson right now might be a little bit too active with his stick. That puck clearly wide. I know you want to try and steer it into the corner, but that's the second or third time that he's launched one off of the net up and into the netting. And it really chances where North Carolina could have come away with the puck and taken it out have resulted in defensive zone faceoffs for the Tar Heels.
North Carolina wins this one. Pickpocket play. Brought back ahead. Graphius holding. Spins that one all the way back down wide of Camaris. Chased down by Gellertley. He'll turn off with the puck, sending it right back down low. A backhander toward Ariema. Now it's Mitchell Gallagher for NC State. Tried to get that through a couple of Tar Heels to Banashevitz now. He'll hold, sends one wide of the net. Taken by the Wolfpack now. They'll hold and spin one right back down low. Banashevitz toward the front of the net. Cleared out by North Carolina. Back in front. Gallagher shooting one. Great stop by Jackson. And a quick whistle there. Jackson fortunate that North Carolina gets the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not sure why he blew the whistle. There was no point there where you could have thought that puck was covered. I don't know what's going on there. He needs to pay attention to this game more.
State smelling blood, still hungry on the attack. Zach Klein wins this draw back for the Wolfpack. Possession will be fought for into the near side corner now. Moved up ice. NC State will hold the line. Back down into the corner toward the slot. Intercepted. North Carolina trying to bring it out. Fighting for possession. They are able to get it out. Moved ahead across the blue line. Offside called. Crossing ahead a little too early was A.J. Hamel.
They're having timing issues tonight, are the Tar Heels. That's fourth or fifth time that they've been offsides. A lot of them have been delayed and they haven't come back, and that's why they get called. But they need to watch their timing issues and maybe just dump the puck in and chase it. That's worked fairly well for them recently, rather than carry it across and risk another offsides.
Quick whistle blown here on the false start off of the face-off. 8:05 remaining in this second period. Wolfpack up on their rival, the North Carolina Tar Heels, 3-2. Nicholas Keith, the freshman defenseman, moves that one over to the side. Pulled back up by the Wolfpack. They'll hold. Whistle blows down low. And that's the one blind spot we have. And I'm not sure what the call was there.
May have been a hand pass or a high stick. The puck's coming out of the zone. There's no penalty. So that's got to be either one of those.
Kristoff holding here, works on his man Keith into the corner. Shakes off the body check, forges it back down low. Up on the half wall now. NC State going after it toward the slot area. Opportunity cleared by North Carolina. A bouncer will be taken by Blythe. He tries to spin that one all the way back down. Keith takes it. Puts this one back behind the net. Ill-advised. State right on top of the puck. Carolina back to grab it. Moved up ice here, slowly but surely.
Raditovic. He's got to be careful there.
Moving it up here. Backhander opportunity. On the backhand. Lifted. Scored! Tie hockey game. A little bouncer is taken and put into the net. It's 3-3.
NC State has to be better transitionally. That's the third transition goal they've given up. North Carolina really isn't getting much outside of that. You have to stop giving them those chances in transition. If NC State shuts that down, there's no more offense for North Carolina, and they have nothing to worry about. But right now, that's a big problem.
Number 2 for A.J. Hummel on the highlight reel. Deacon score. And Chris, this is something that is concerning now. That is only North Carolina's 10th shot on goal, but their third tally. How much of this do you put on Nick Camaras?
It's hard really to put any of it on Nick Camaras. As we said, he got left out to dry now twice. 2 breakaway goals, 2 great dekes. The other one a 2-on-1. He's got to go post to post and try and make an amazing save. I really don't put any of it on him.
Here goes Danny Fredenberg in a tie hockey game. His shot is blocked off. Move back toward the slot. Jackson knocked it away with his goal paddle. Does so again. State will hold. Lots of energy coming from the Tar Heel bench. Move down into the corner. Snap wrister goes wide. North Carolina has it again. Moved out into space. Chris Wing sends it back ahead. North Carolina onto it. Moved up and ahead. Icing is waved off. The linesman said it nicked off of a stick. Moved right back down low. Ben Sizemore after it. Moved ahead. Fredenberg. Now all the way up, diving with Sunda, gets it across the blue line. North Carolina sends it right back out. 6 minutes remaining in the second period. We're all knotted up at 3 apiece. Skated right back ahead by North Carolina. Moved around up at the point now. Wing can't hold it. Into the neutral zone it goes. Ariema, he's got Geltley out wide. Doesn't see him, but is going to opt to skate. Now sends the pass ahead. Geltley dancing at the blue line. Lost it. Regains possession. Over for Ariema. Here he goes. Fakes the slapper. Beats his defenseman. Ariema toward the front. Wrist shot just wide of the net from Geltley. He's going to get it again. Snap wrister save made by Camaras. Gallagher after it. Can't beat Graphius. All the way back down. Icing will be waived. 2 golden opportunities for North Carolina. On the half wall now, Mackie Heyman holding possession, sending it right back down low onto Banashevit's stick. He'll work into the corner. Banashevitz now holding with Heyman. Pulled free by NC State, shot toward Jackson. He'll dive out to cover it.
Those are the chances that NC State needs to have. They need really to plant somebody in front of the net because just about any shot low on Jackson is going to be left out in front. The puck's going to be sitting there, and you can put it home. NC State not doing a good job staying in front of the net, though. We're seeing the forwards pinch over way too much. They need to stay balanced, stay centered, and I think they'll be fine.
Wrist shot through traffic blocked. Reed Farrat sending it right back down low for Mackie Heyman now. Hops over the stick of Hummel. And right now he's got the hot hand. This will be touched down low. Face-off will stay there. I believe it nicked the meshing. 4:41 to go in this second period. Chris, the next goal is going to be huge, regardless if it comes in this period or the next.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to set the tone for the third period, as you said, whether or not it's here or in the third period. NC State's going to need it badly. They need to find a way to get themselves up by more than one.
Penalty called behind the play here. And this one is going to go against North Carolina's A.J. Hamel. And Radatovic is livid. Akul Gupta does not like the call as well. They're going to have to be careful.
Well, I didn't see what happened, but based on what I'm seeing, I'd have to agree with them. If that was a hit a little bit late, he's been letting it go, and now he's going to call it. You can't do that. You've got to call it consistently.
Honestly, I don't think it was a late hit. I think it was the form of the hit. But even at that, it's not an egregious play at all. From this angle, it just looked like a good, hard-hitting hockey play. But that's the roughing penalty that will be called. Heyman, slap shot, steered aside by Jackson. Fredenberg now, holding and he'll send it down low. Moved around, Sunda now, tap play down. NC State possessing, they'll send it down low once again. Fredenberg holding in the slot, backhand to forehand movement. The puck ran on him. Fredenberg trying to chip it down low, Engel coming to the rescue. Move back behind, sent back toward the front of the net, cut off by Alex Keith. State will hold once again. Up at the point, Mackie Heyman. Grabs it, backhand to forehand. Content to dump it down low. Sunda picking it up once again. Here's an opportunity for NC State. The shot was tipped wide, and we have another whistle in that near side corner. An arm is up. No penalty, I wouldn't imagine. And Chris, that near side corner, as we've mentioned before, it is the blind spot here in the booth. I have no idea why that whistle was blown.
I don't know, and I'm not sure it had anything to do with anything going in that corner. I'm not sure if there was anyone over there. That came after it hit a defenseman in front. I'm not sure what the call is there.
May have, no, a crease violation would have taken the face-off outside, so in this instance, we're clueless. Heyman, shot through, traffic blocked, cleared out by North Carolina. Nearly Grayfius was sent up on a breakaway. Heyman corrals with a minute to go in the power play. Moved up ice once again. Backhanded along. Mackie Heyman holding it here. We are going to have a penalty. Back behind the play, it will be Danny Blue for a cross check. For a side hockey for 49 seconds, and then it's the Tar Heels' turn to go a man up.
And that's huge. NC State can't let that happen. You don't want to give away a power play like that, especially with the momentum that North Carolina has right now. They're confident. They know they can hang with this team, and they're going to get a power play opportunity here in the next minute.
Four-side hockey. Bieberdorf against Radatovic, and Radatovic wins this one. Kicks it over to his stick, rubbed out by Valillo. Bieberdorf picking it up, slides it across the way. NC State quickly forward, backhanded along Bieberdorf now. He'll catch up to it. Taken back by North Carolina. Bieberdorf on a takedown play to Gellatley. All is legal. NC State will hold. Dancing with it. Banashevitz. Hayes rocked on the way through. Pops right back up. Always a good sign. State down quite a considerable amount of players due to injuries sustained over the course of the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Brought ahead. Radatovic holding it here. Sidesteps his man. Radatovic taken down by Bly. Penalty. NC State will go down a man.
Well, that penalty's coming from farther down the ice. We got another cross-check, it looks like. NC State's got to keep their cool because now, 6 seconds from now, it's a 5-on-3 for a minute and 17, and this is not what you want at all. There's too much offensive firepower on this Carolina team.
It will be a cross-check. That one will be assessed to Bieberdorf, as you said, behind the play. I thought the original penalty was going to be on Bly for the takedown. But as we've talked about, any penalty that normally takes place with a stick, tripping, hooking, it's going to be let go. Ariema, Gellatley, Radatovic, and Edward Barron, the unit out there for North Carolina. And they have regained their man, a minute 10 of 5-on-3. Hamel out of the box. It's a very offensively powerful line. Gellatley holding, moves it up to the point. Barron fakes, moved across, into the slot. State can't find it. Gellatley overskated it. Cleared to to safety by Fredenberg.
NC State catches a break there, and as you can see, they can't get anybody off the ice. There's not enough time to make that long change.
Skated back ahead by North Carolina. Ariema across the blue line with it. Button hooks back at the point. Finds Barron. Down into the corner now. Skating up on the half wall. Now curling toward the slot. Pass across. Just wide of the net. Gallantly nearly had it to Radatovic. Ariema. One-timer. Good stop by Camaris, even though that puck may have been tailing off wide. Big hit down low. The bench wanted a penalty. Another shot. Stopped by Camaris. Gallantly holds the puck. 10 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Slap shot through traffic. Camaris! Another great stop by the NC State netminder.
And he's doing a great job keeping this game tied as Camaris, but going back to the hit Stryker had, that was a questionable hit. It could have been a hit from behind. I don't disagree with the Carolina bench in that could have been another penalty on North Carolina, or on NC State, but this referee needs to figure out what he's going to call and what he's not going to call, because right now these players are confused.
Jeff Folkman was incensed on the UNC bench, but I'll agree with a no call there, actually. There have been some questionable hits all throughout the game, and unless it is blatantly illegal, it's not going to be called. Quick play across. Gillett holds the blue line. 5-on-4 now. In front. Backhander just wide of the net. Carolina regains possession. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Gillett looking for the one-timer. Chip down low. Behind the net. Ariema holding the puck here. Moving it over for Gillett. He'll hold. Snap pass across the way. Intercepted and cleared to safety.
NC State needed that badly.
Banashevitz now pressure from blue. Big hit from behind. Carolina may have time for one last rush if they can get possession. And we are going to see a penalty in the back play. It'll be a slash. NC State's turn to go on the power play with under a minute remaining in the second period. It will be abbreviated and quite possibly cut short by the period-ending buzzer.
Well, this is what you want if you're NC State. North Carolina has put themselves in a tough spot here. 7 seconds left on the Bieberdorf penalty, and then NC State's on the power play for the remainder of the period. And then if they don't score there, they'll be on the power play to start the third. If they can find a goal in that power play, regardless of when it comes, it'll be huge.
3 seconds remaining on the initial call to Bieberdorf. He's out of the box just as North Carolina clears. And this is going to be called icing. Oh, State may have caught a break there.
I will say that probably shouldn't have been icing, but not because of the penalty. That clearance came before the penalty was up to Bieberdorf. So it was still a 4-on-4, but it did look like it hit an NC State stick.
Taken back, now Carolina gets a clean clear. All the way back down, Mackie Heyman on his backhand, being pressured from behind by Nathan Haas. Pulled back ahead, moved quickly across the blue line. Heyman, hound dogged as this one goes into the corner. Spinning off of a hit from Alex Keith. Up at the point, Fredenberg holding. 15 seconds to go in the period. He avoids Grafius. Fredenberg buries his head. Button hooks around the net. Try to get it up for Cook. 5 seconds remaining in the period. And we're going to go into the third with a tie hockey game on our hands. North Carolina answers the bell. They score 2 in that period. State gets 1. 3-3 as we head to the third, Chris.
Well, this is really going to be a great third period. Both teams playing very well. North Carolina responded to being down very well in that period. They look good. They're just going to have to kill off this penalty and not let NC State get too many good chances at the beginning of the period.
And it may quite possibly become next goal wins. Resiliency shown by both sides in this passionate and intense battle known as the Backyard Brawl. We'll be back with the second period intermission report. You're watching the NC State Wolfpack ice hockey team on Wolfpack Sports Television.
Welcome into the second intermission report here in the Brigade Athletic Complex in Annapolis, Maryland. NC State knotted up at 3 after 40 minutes with the North Carolina Tar Heels in the ACCHL semifinal game. I'm Chris Lehman. I've got Coach Peter Heyman, the coach of the defensemen for NC State, with me this period. And Coach, I want to talk to you about defense to start out with. What adjustments are you looking for out of your team going into the third period? North Carolina's done a great job in transition.
Yeah, they're pounding with several guys in the zone a lot of times, and sometimes we get a little overwhelmed. We could shorten the bench a little bit. We'll certainly do that, put our best players out there and grind it with them. And so we have to just notch it up and bring it to a level that makes it impossible for them to do anything but one and done. That's what we want.
So what are you looking for your defensemen to force this Carolina team to do in the third period to limit those chances?
Yeah, so they have to have the gap control. They can't let them skate in unimpeded. They have to have the back checking. Of course, defense is the entire team, but the back checking, and then they have to carry it out, get it tape to tape to the half wall, to the wings, and then we get the close support of the centers and we get back out. So what I look for this period is that we'd have that quick transition where their rush is stopped and we're bringing it back out the other way and going down their throat.
Okay, one more final question for you. You kind of transitioned into a little bit of offense there at the end, and I know you are the defensive coach here for NC State, but what do you expect to see out of the offense for NC State in this third period?
Yeah, I expect to see a lot of forechecking, a lot of on edges with the blades. I got to be getting into the zone and pounding it in there. One thing that the Tar Heels do is they cherry pick a lot. You can see that one forward always coming out very, very deep into our zone. Well, what that does, that gives us, in a sense, 5-on-4 if we're playing it right. So if we're on our edges and we're grinding it with them, and there's a couple lines that'll do that, Coach will make some adjustments to make sure those lines are out there, and that's what I expect, is a lot of heat and pressure, take away time from them, and then we'll get the puck, get it coughed up, and get it in the back of the net.
All right, well, NC State will start the third period with a power play. They'll be looking for that goal that'll put them into the final game tomorrow, playing for the Admirals Cup. It's NC State and North Carolina playing hockey on Wolfpack Sports Television.
It needs no introduction. Third period, 20 fresh minutes on the clock. The winner of this game gets the winner of Georgetown, Virginia, and tomorrow afternoon's matinee championship game. The loser plays an 11:30 match between the loser of UVA Georgetown for the bronze medal. Neither team wants the relegation. NC State starts the period on the power play, and away we go. It's going to be a barn burner of a finish. Quickly snapped back up the ice, a bouncer all the way down low. Sunda on to Gellatley. Sunda still fighting for the puck. He's got a couple of players to help him out. Pulled back up at the point. Held by NC State. A bouncer into neutral territory. Grafius helps finish the job. And Chris, we talked about it at the last period. The next goal is huge.
And you can sense the tension right now. Not a lot of talk from either team right now.
Brought ahead by NC State. Quick snap. Brister sails high of Jackson's blocker side. All the way back out. A free clear for Carolina. Chipped along once again. Garrett Sunda across the blue line. Held by Engel. He'll go down low. Gellatley pressured from behind. Ariema now slapping at this one. He gets it out. That may kill the penalty. No, they just whistled icing.
I absolutely agree with that.
That means the face-off has to stay down there. That's unbelievable. That may be the worst call we've seen tonight. And that's call or no call wise. That's just inexcusable, quite honestly.
You got to pay attention to where it is situationally in terms of power plays and even strength. You have to know that there's still 10 seconds.
Well, and this is even more incorrect. After the botched icing call, the faceoff comes to center while it should be down in the Carolina attacking zone. And now we have another whistle offside against the Wolfpack. And Chris, you wonder, you don't like to think about it, but do the men in stripes play a part in the way this game turns out?
Right now, I don't think they have yet, but certainly going down the stretch, if this game stays close, they are going to be a factor.
Moved all the way back down low. Jackson sets it on a tee. The penalty is over. 5-a-side hockey. Carolina has dodged the bullet. Dumped into the zone. Behind Jackson, it'll be Ian Hawkins to take it. Hawkins spins away from a body check, lost the puck back behind the net. Blue tried to find it. Hawkins regains control for himself, finds Akul Gupta. Moved all the way up now. Green charging forward, rubbed out by Stryker. Chris Wing on the puck, the freshman defenseman. Trying to break it out, he's intercepted. Gupta overskates the puck. NC State has an opportunity. Moved out wide. Banashevitz across the blue line. Wrist shot right into the NC crest on John Jackson's uniform. He'll hold for the whistle.
And you want a lower shot there if you're NC State. Low and far side, get Jackson to kick that one back out into the slot for a better chance. You don't want to let him just swallow it up and cause a face-off.
Garrett Sunda, Danny Fredenberg, Alec Engel, the line out currently for NC State. Engel has dropped back. Perhaps for a one-time play. There it is. It was blocked on the way through. Sunda rips one right into the glove of Jackson. Another whistle.
And this concerns me a little bit. NC State not very patient. The one-time shot, perfectly fine, but the shot from Sunda from a bad angle, you need to be patient and try and find a passing lane and get a better shot than that.
Face-off won by NC State. Another shot toward the net, but wide. Fredenberg picks it up. Curling around, down low now, it's Sunda. He's body checked. Sunda goes down. Puck is still loose. Sunda fighting for it, hacking at it. Sunda trying to pull it free. That one's one back. Nearly took out our color commentator, Chris Lehman. Stays inside, but offside is called against NC State.
I will tell you right now, that's absolutely the wrong call. I was looking at it right here. It was still on the blue line. This guy's got to pay attention. He botched the icing call. Now he botches an offsides call. You can't do that in a big game like this. You have to focus.
Or a tie game, for that matter. Mackie Heyman wins it away from Geltley. Over for his winger, that's Blue. Dumped in, Nick Keefe will grab it. Keefe up the boards for Grafius. Grafius knocked off the puck. Banashevitz shooting, fading, leave an opportunity. Backhand chance. Jackson's got it again.
Excellent defensive play by Carolina there to tie up the stick of Banashevitz and not let him get a shot off. Again, if you're Heyman there, though, be patient. Don't take that shot. It's not there. Circle behind the net, reset, and find a passing lane. NC State really impatient right now, and that needs to change.
Mackie Heyman right onto the puck here. Poked free. Nick Keefe onto it for the Tar Heels. Finds Grafius. He's rubbed out on the play. Ariema now with some speed through the zone. Finds Geltley. He comes across the blue line. Dekes around his man, which was Bly. Into the corner. North Carolina holding the puck up against the board. State trying to kick it away. It's Geltley once again. Trying to move it in front for Grafius. Pulled back out. NC State trying to clear it free. Hacked back into the zone by North Carolina. They're offside. And Michael Ariema has his shoulders shrugged. And Chris, I know it's only an offside call. It's not a penalty. It's not a controversial goal by any stretch of the means, but these stoppages of play don't allow any type of flow and can really force teams into not having to play their game.
Well, yeah, and these can transition into calls like what you were talking about because it's just, it seems like a lack of focus.
Hamel diving into the corner. Backhand pass. Wraparound chance. In front again. Carolina can't finish. In the slot still. Diving play by Alex Keith to grab the puck. And we have a whistle for a hand pass. The faceoff will go outside. What a chance for the Tar Heels.
Well, it's a great play there by Sean Bly to tie up the stick of Gupta and not allow him to get that shot off because that's an easy goal if he gets his stick on it. Just an excellent job by Bly to not allow that scoring chance.
North Carolina wins the draw forward. It'll be taken by the Wolfpack. Across the red line now. Lifted into the zone by Cook. And it'll be Jackson to hold and cover. And Chris, unlike in other periods, this third period is very slow and methodical. Neither team taking too many risks. And if they're not going to take risks, that means no goals, and that could mean free hockey.
Well, that just sets you up for a mistake and a goal that really costs you in a game like this. You have to be willing to take some risks. You just have to be smart about it.
Far on, great save, rebound! Jackson saves the game for now with a leg pad save. Move back up, Gupta doesn't win the chip battle. It'll be taken ahead. All the way out for A.J. Hamel now, and he is offside.
And again, Carolina there, that one a good call. Hamel has to realize where the puck is and make sure that he doesn't cross in front of it. That's a second or third time that North Carolina has made a long stretch pass like that and just overshot the puck and found themselves offsides.
It was a right idea by Radatovic, though. Drop back, Carolina going after it. Gerlitz wins it down into the corner. Banashevitz swipes it around the boards. Moved quickly back up ice. Mackie Heyman after the puck. In he goes. Hook from behind. His shot is blocked away by the waffle board of John Jackson. Into the corner now. Heyman spinning away with the puck. Mackie Heyman Works on the half hole, sends that one back down low through the slot. Nobody home for the pass. Bly winning it down low. Ian Hawkins onto the puck. Hawkins right after the puck, pulled up free to Gerlitz now. Gerlitz quickly skating it away. Moved up the pass, intended it looked like for Ben Sizemore, and it ran off of his stick. Sizemore has it again. Taken down. Here comes Danny Blue with the puck. Moving it across the way. Banashevitz pickpocketed. The Tar Heels turn to go on the attack. Boudreau just does get it across the blue line. State touches, trying to cross again. Intercepted. Here goes Sizemore. 2-on-1 defensively. Sizemore, wrist shot wide of the cage. Down into the corner once again. It's the REM line that is trying to get out there in full. Taken ahead by NC State. Quick backhand pass up. Fredenberg bats it down with his hand. Turn over to Green. Wristed off the boards. All the way up. Grayfius. He's got Gellerly with him. The pass ran too far for him. Snap back by Alex Keith. Fredenberg has it. And it is an intentional offside. The face-off will stay in neutral ice, but more toward the state attacking end. Back and forth, Chris. Neither team yielding yet.
Well, NC State not doing a good job covering the neutral zone. They're still allowing North Carolina to skate freely through, and they're getting some chances.
It'll be Fredenberg to skate it ahead. Taken down on the play, no trip. Grayfius up the boards once again. Sunda takes him down. Grayfius still fighting for it. Moved ahead by North Carolina, taken back by North Carolina State. Across the blue line, offside called. Sunda thought he had reached his skate back at the blue line. It was very close. Alec Engel still having a discussion with the official. And Chris, this is the thing. Regardless of how well or poorly this game has been officiated, you cannot have these extensive discussions with the official or you will get an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, and you're also not going to gain any favor in the eyes of the referees as well. You have to just keep your cool and keep playing, accept the calls that they make because you can't change them.
North Carolina holds back behind the blue line. It'll be moved up here by Barron. Finds his man forward. It's Grayfius. Taken back by the Wolfpack. Quick snap pass up and ahead. Here goes Fredenberg with speed. Forced out wide. Fredenberg hooks it back towards center. Nobody home. Grayfius with speed. His turn to go the opposite direction. Pass out wide. Shot back toward the net. Stopped and carried back by the Wolfpack now. Hard off the glass. Hops over Nick Keith's stick. NC State will bring it right back. A bouncer dumped in by Gellerly. Kicked around. They're playing soccer out there. Grayfius wins it. Back for Ariema. He's got space. Quick wrist shot off the leg pad of Camaris. State's turn to dodge the bullet. Quickly move back in the opposite direction. Banashevitz. He's got Blue 2-on-1. Shooting one. They scored! Danny Blue 2-on-1. 4-3 Wolfpack.
That was a great play by Sam Banashevitz. He knew he didn't have the ability to get around that defenseman, but he saw Blue coming. He was patient, waited, and there's no way Jackson's stopping that. That's just a great play by Banashevitz and Blue.
Danny Blue gives the red and white a 4-3 lead, and they will have to hold off the Tar Heels for 13-15 in this third period.
Well, and I'll tell you, Drew, I'm not even sure it's about that. If you're NC State, you want another goal. You've gotten up by 1, now at 2-1 and 3-2. This is the third time up by 1. You have to get up by 2.
The Wolfpack will have it. Banked on the boards. Gupta lets it go back for Alex Keith. North Carolina skating this one quickly ahead. Radatovic winds up and fires. Right-hand rebound opportunity. Camaris thought he had it pinned up against the crest of his sweater. It squirts free, but he's able to find it.
I think, Drew, that one got squeezed between his legs. You saw him reach back with the glove, try and grab it. He missed it the first time, but fortunately enough for Camaris, he's able to reach back with the glove the second time and hold on to it.
And we'll have a slight hold-up in play. I'm not sure what the discussion is down low. Camaris seems to be ready. I'm not sure what that holdup was. Camaris may have been shaken up a little. Certainly having to contort your body in that fashion will cause some pain. Diving to make the play is Hamel. He's working on a hat trick if he's able to score another one. Moved up ice. Backhanded along. Pickpocketed. Hamel now holds it. Shoots it back toward the net. Deflected. It'll go. Rebound. It won't go. Carolina holds the puck to the point now. Dumped right back in by Jacob Green. Hamel Lets it roll down for Akul Gupta now. Upended, this will be taken, and it's shot out of play. So just as soon as North Carolina yields a goal in these last 45 seconds that have elapsed, they've had 3 or 4 quality scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and NC State right now dodging too many bullets. They get lucky that Camaris is able to reach behind him and make the save, and then they're lucky that the puck was bouncing, and I believe it was Gupta had a chance, and the puck just bounced too much.
Face-off one on to Camaris, and he will cover it up. So another whistle. And I think what State has to realize is, unlike against Navy, you really can't start selling out for defense now. You've got to keep playing your hockey game.
Well, it's all about being smart and taking the right risks and then finding your chances, because you don't want to make a stupid play and let North Carolina tie this game, but you do want to try and find another goal and give yourself some insurance.
Garrett Sunda's trying to find it. Cutting in, shooting one, blocked off. Rebound opportunity toward the slot off the side of the goal. Pulled back up top, Farad. Chipping it down for Sunda now. He'll work, sends that one high up and into the meshing, out of play. 12:05 to go in the third period. NC State with another offensive zone faceoff. Sunda, Engel, Fredenberg, the line out there. The REM line out for North Carolina. Grayfius going right after it. Wins that one into neutral ice. Gelletley ahead with the puck. Bouncing it around his defender. Gelletley shooting one, save. Rebound, hacked at, no. Again toward the net. Camaris has it. What a job by North Carolina, and we may see a penalty here. It'll be a holding call. And it is going to go against NC State. North Carolina is going to have a power play.
I'll tell you, I couldn't see what was going on, but I'm not sure how you can call a penalty with that many bodies in there and be sure of the call. That's a tough call for NC State, but it's a 2-minute power play for North Carolina. You have to find a way to kill it if you want to win this game.
Ariema, Grayfius, Gelletley, Barron, and Radatovic on defense for the Tar Heels. And this is a huge power play opportunity. North Carolina has not dropped a game to NC State since 2011. They have not beaten them in that time frame. Move back along. North Carolina to the point now. Slap shot through traffic and wide. Deflects off wide. This one glancing all the way back down, taken back by North Carolina. Gelletley sends that one all the way back down low. Moved across. Held here by Edward Barron. He'll curl with it. Sends it methodically back down low. Minute 10 remaining on the power play. Up top, Barron walks the blue line. Radatovic for Barron now. Barron just sends it through traffic, trying to get it on net. Rebounded by North Carolina. Tar Heels have it. Moved across. Radatovic. A lot of traffic in front. Shot saved by Camaris. And Chris, I realize I just may have misspoken. NC State has not dropped a game to North Carolina since 2011.
Now, that's right there, a good chance for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Good movement on the power play thus far, just not quite finding a spot to beat Camaris, and a good job there by Nick to cover that one up and get some fresh bodies on the ice for the PK.
Moved along and chipped low. Hamel onto the puck here. He'll send that one ahead. North Carolina continues to possess the puck. Spun back up on the half wall. Hamel to the point. Radatovic moving it across. Barron holding. Sends that one across. And it went too hard for Hamel to handle. He had a wide open net too. Swiped at a couple of times. The Tar Heels have it. Radatovic dekes around his man. Pulls it back down low. Radatovic again. Walking. Sending that one low. Ariema on top of it. 19 seconds remaining in the power play. Across the way, Radatovic winds up, fires, tipped, rebound, still low, State clears. 10 seconds on the power play. North Carolina holding it in the offensive zone. Big takedown on the play. Curling with it here, trying the wraparound chance. Hamel toward the front, save, rebound, cleared by NC State. It'll be a breakaway chance for Cook, who will wisely just kill some time off the clock with a dump in.
NC State did a great job on that power play in front of their own net. And, okay, I was going to say that was certainly offsides. But NC State, again, doing a great job in front of their own net. Some great chances for North Carolina with loose pucks sitting in front of a wide open net. Just NC State able to get the stick there first.
North Carolina was trailing in the shots on goal category by 10 at the intermission. They have cut that deficit to a mere 4. 9 minutes and 38 seconds to go in this third period. NC State 4, North Carolina 3. And now the officials will have a discussion here.
And Engel was arguing for the faceoff to be moved back to this blue line because of where the pass was made on the offside play. He's not going to win that argument, though.
This will be taken by the Wolfpack, backhanded off the glass, a bouncer. Sunda going after it here. Garrett Sunda turning it in front. Engel upended, taken back by North Carolina. Ben Sizemore skating this one forward. Banks this one along. Past Haas. Haas, big body check laid. North Carolina fighting for the puck. It's NC State who pulls it away. Up at the point. Slap shot. Through traffic. Great stop by Camaras. Up at the point again. Boudreau sending it low. State holding possession now. Trying to clear it out. Breakout pass over to the side now. Lifted up. A bouncer. Pulled back down. North Carolina holds. Working out wide. Pass will be intercepted by Stryker. He'll try to backhand it back to Sunda. Quickly laid forward. Engel had it hop his stick. Swept into open space. Here come the Tar Heels. Sizemore over the blue line. Wrists one in weakly and wide. Moved up at the point now. Held by Boudreau. He'll bounce that one down low. Kicked ahead. Boudreau holding again. Wraps it on the kick plate. Sizemore after it. Lost it to Sunda, who threw it out of play. And that's a bad mistake by NC State. You've got to get those out cleanly without touching the meshing. Granted, it gets you a whistle, but the face-off stays low.
Well, the only good news there for NC State is this isn't NHL rules. In the NHL, that's a penalty, and NC State's down a man again. Now, they will have a defensive zone face-off and some tired legs out there, but at least they're not down a man.
Moved up at the point. Swiped into the zone by Barron. It runs too far for a couple of his teammates. On the kick plate now. Moved up ice, held by Gellerly into the zone. State swipes it out. Barron on the puck, and he'll look up. Sending that one quickly forward. This is going to be icing as State wins the foot race down. Barron just has to hang his head after that one. I'm sure that's a play he'd like to have back.
Yeah, and he gives NC State a break there. All the pressure was on the Wolfpack trying to get the puck out of the zone and keep it out. Now they get an offensive zone face-off with some fresh bodies, and North Carolina doesn't get the change.
Maggie Heyman, Sam Banashevitz, Danny Blue out there for the Wolfpack. Face-off is won by North Carolina forward. At the blue line, held by NC State. Quickly shot back toward the slot. Heyman fights off his man. Beats Grayfius with it. Throws that one back in. Nearly deflected off of a Tar Heel. Stick it in. Blue sending it back down low. North Carolina gets caught reaching. Move down low. Blue trying to avoid his man. Gets to the puck. Now to Heyman. Back for Blue. Rolled on the kick plate by North Carolina. Grayfius doesn't win the battle there. Swept low once again. Moved up at the point. Nobody home for NC State. North Carolina may have a chance. Into open space. The pass is too far for Grayfius. He would have been off to the races.
State really lucky they didn't pay for that mistake there. An errant pass and then a bad play by Cook. His pass down the ice was too soft. He immediately picked off by Gellerly.
Banashevitz trying to intercept the pass, taken by Grayfius. He's one-on-one, lays it ahead of his man, taken out Camaras, diving poke check, and he'll cover. And Chris, that's a ticky-tacky no call as well. You're not going to get the call in the third period, but technically interference. If you chip the puck by your man, you're entitled to the space ahead. Holding interference. State's fortunate not to have given up a power play there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. NC State needs to find a way to alleviate the pressure here because eventually they're going to crack and this game will be tied.
Dumped back in by Ian Hawkins. It'll be taken by the Wolfpack. Moved up the near side wall. Gupta pressuring. A bouncer. Gets outside the blue line. Hamel onto the puck. He'll duck down low. Hamel trying to drop it back for somebody. Rolled back by Hawkins on a cross-corner dump-in play. Hamel seemingly ever present. Moved back up by NC State. Chipped around, a bouncer. Taken by North Carolina, taken back by the Wolfpack. And this will be cleared out to safety. And icing is going to be waived.
I agree with that call there. There was a chance for Hawkins to poke that puck. He brought his stick back. I think that's why we saw it waived.
North Carolina having trouble breaking it out on the first try. Swept along by Jackson. 6 minutes to go in the third. Hamel holding, moving this one all the way across. Raditovic now through the zone, holding, pass across the way, shoot him on, they scored! Tie hockey game again! North Carolina climbs the mountain! Unbelievable!
Well, NC State pinching way too much there. They're collapsing too much to the puck, not paying attention to what's going on away from it, and that's why they find the net there due to the Tar Heels, and it's a tie game, and the momentum has shifted, and North Carolina has all the momentum.
I believe it was Raditovic to get the last touch. North Carolina has tied the game again, and with 6:04 remaining in this third period, this time the next goal may win it.
That's why I said earlier, NC State's got to find some insurance. They haven't been able to do that yet, and again, you find yourself tied.
So it is now a sprint to the finish line. The Tar Heel bench energized. The State bench focused. Who will yield the inch next? State moving it forward. Pass intercepted. Graphius lays it into the zone. Ariema will chase. Wrapped around to the boards by NC State. Banashevitz going after it. The Wolfpack will work it around. Turnover once again. Carolina going after it. Ariema holds. Backhand pass into a danger area. Cleared out by NC State. Mackie Heyman across the line with it. In he goes. Heyman looking, shooting, blocker save, rebound, loose. Carolina's got it. Michael Ariema across center. Away he goes, and it's offside.
Ariema needed to get that straight in. Gellerly was definitely offsides, but not his fault. Ariema cut across the ice right before he took it across the line, and he left Gellerly offsides.
Tense moments in Annapolis. 5:25 remaining in the third. Shots on goal, 30 for the Wolfpack, 27 for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Sent up and ahead. Backhanded along. And a little bouncer's taken by the Wolfpack. Stryker holding it here. Tom Stryker, he's rubbed out of the play. North Carolina will chip it high in the air. Back on the defensive line of NC State. Fredenberg spinning with it here to Stryker. Lifted down low, North Carolina has it. Quick snap pass all the way out. Bly will take it for the Wolfpack with under 5 to go in the period. Moved up ice. Hamel now with it. Snapping it across for the Tar Heels. This one lifted high in the air. A bouncer taken by NC State. Moved up ice here. The Wolfpack going very quickly up at the blue line. Fredenberg leaves this be. Here's Alec Engel with it. Cutting across. Engel lets it go. Stryker rips one, blocked. Engel sends it down low on the boards. Garrett Sunda going after it now. Sunda, pressure from behind. Sunda on his backhand, still holding the puck. He's got it on a string to Stryker. Shot just wide of the net. Jackson may have got a pad to it. Off the boards again, chipped in open space, hacked down by Stryker. All is legal. Carolina survives. Out to the blue line. Another takedown on the play. All legal. Haas couldn't quite get it up. Moved all the way back into the zone. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Snapped up by NC State. Away they go. Move quickly forward and into the zone. Boudreau holding the puck. Moves it over here. Sizemore after the puck. Trying to send it ahead. Finds Boudreau, who will lift it forward. A bouncer all the way back into State defensive territory. Farad moves it across. Mackie Heyman ahead of the line. Now it's Banashevitz. He comes across the line. Wristed into Jackson. He'll put it off of the glass. Banashevitz onto it again. Trying to find somebody to pass to. Goes to the point. Shot. Here it comes. Save. Rebound. Loose. Carolina corrals it. Backhanded up on the dasher once again. Moved along once more. Taken and held by Farad. He'll dance low. Banashevitz taking his place. Held down low once again. Farad reaching for it. Cleared by North Carolina. 3 minutes remaining in the third period now, and this will be icing against the Tar Heels. They cannot get a line change. What a hockey game, Chris. What a hockey game.
This is the chance here for NC State, and a smart play by the North Carolina Tar Heels to take their time out here, give these guys some rest. They've been on the ice for a while. Just not the smartest play there by North Carolina to throw it out as hard as they could. You want to float that out to give yourself time to get the change and not get the icing called on you. So they have to use the timeout to get some rest. We'll see what happens off the face-off, though. NC State will have fresh bodies, and North Carolina is going to have to deal with some tired bodies on the ice.
Exactly 3 minutes left on the clock. John Jackson is the only one still out in the playing facility. The rest of the teams crowd by their bench. Both teams have given no less than 100%. And it all comes down to whose best is going to be better. Sunda, Fredenberg, Engel, Farhat, Cook. For North Carolina, the REM line, Hawkins and Radatovich. Snap pass into the slot, stick lift by Gelletley. Hacked at as Boudreau wins this one forward. Graphius after the puck here. Big body check laid. Back across the blue line. NC State curling it back. Camaris wisely covers up. Radatovich, the young man who tied the hockey game, was lurking right there.
Oh, NC State, a big face-off here. They need to win this because North Carolina has done a great job winning a lot of these offensive zone face-offs and sustaining pressure for 30 to 40 seconds. And I'm afraid that's going to result in a goal for North Carolina and put NC State in a very tough spot in the end of this game.
Any goal left in regulation would certainly be detrimental. Backhanded in, Sunda works his way through a couple of Tar Heels, taken down. Move quickly back up ice. Snap pass over. Ariema buries his head, trying to move it quickly forward. Down in that blind side corner they work. I could not tell you what was going on to save my life, but it's finally taken out of our blind spot by Fredenberg. Away he goes. Fredenberg ducks down low. Moves it over now. Sunda trying to spread the play. Banashevitz coming to the rescue. Worked over to the side. Wing holds the puck down low. Didn't get enough strength on it. Moved out to the outside. There goes Hamel. Minute 50 on the game clock. Bly drops it back. Radatovich after the puck for North Carolina. Poked around down low. NC State going after it here. Hamel back for Radatovich. Into the slot. The pass is too strong. Free clear for NC State. 90 seconds to go in the third period. All the way back down. Boudreau moving it quickly forward. Radatovich over the blue line. Deeks to the outside. Sends one to the slot. Saved by Camaris. Rebounded by North Carolina. Looking to try to move it up into the slot area now. Radatovich holds. Shooting one. Save made. Rebound. It's in the net. Hamel scores it. Hamel scores it for North Carolina. 5-4. For the first time this game, the Tar Heels are ahead. It did go in. It will count. And it's a minute and 11 seconds remaining for the number 1 seed.
Well, NC State's got to get the puck out of the zone, or that's what's going to happen. You get a funny bounce off of a skate. Camaris makes the first save, but since it's a reactionary save, he leaves a rebound out in front, and a great job by Hamel to get the puck up and put it in. And now North Carolina's just a minute and 11 away from the final game tomorrow.
Unbelievable. Unreal. And for the first time in forever, NC State is trailing to North Carolina. What a goal. And what an opportunity. North Carolina has not seen the light of an ACCHL championship game since 2011. And that is when Mike Gazzillo was on their bench. And now the man behind the mustache, has 71 seconds to try to pull off a miracle. Face-off won by the Wolfpack. It is their top line out there. I would expect no one else.
Camaris to the bench.
Here's a chance for the Wolfpack in front, hacked wide. Taken ahead by Grafius. He clears. Banashevitz holding. He is the extra man. 50 seconds to go in the period. Slap back in high and wide of Jackson. Banashevitz on top of the puck here. He'll curl. Banashevitz, low, angle, slot area. No! Cut off. Engel working again with 40 seconds to go. Right toward the front of the net, cut off. Shot back at the point now. State will hold. Fredenberg having to push it low. They've really got to hurry. 30 seconds to go. In front, chance, no, cleared by North Carolina.
Gotta
all
move.
the way back. Offside is called. The face-off goes all the way down. No, it will not. It will stay here.
I was about to say, I'm not sure how that goes all the way down. They correct the call.
Grafius wants it. It will stay low. 23.1 seconds to go. State has to win this face-off. Face-off drawn back. NC State will have the puck. 20 seconds to go. They'll come across the line with it. Fredenberg on his backhand. At the point, shot through traffic wide. 10 seconds remaining. Chip back down low. Banashevitz in front. Right there down low. Sellout offense. 5. It will not go. NC State is going to drop the hockey game. Carolina to the finals. North Carolina will play for the ACCHL Admirals Cup. Unbelievable. The #1 seed goes down. North Carolina, for the first time in 4 years, takes down their biggest rival.
Well, to be completely honest with you, Drew, NC State has no one to blame but themselves. They didn't do a good job stopping the transitional play at North Carolina tonight, and Carolina took advantage of that. NC State had plenty of chances to get some insurance. They didn't do that either. They just didn't quite do enough. They worked their hardest. They did a great job putting the effort in, but they didn't quite execute when they needed to.
It is a goal with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining. That is the difference. The North Carolina Tar Heels, the 5 seed in this tournament, will vie for the Admirals Cup and their 4th tournament win in a regular season. NC State will play tomorrow morning for a bronze medal. What a hockey game it was. Elation in Chapel Hill, devastation in Raleigh. And the championship drought will continue for NC State. We'll have the post-game report coming up right after this short break. But the final score from Annapolis, the North Carolina Tar Heels 5, the NC State Wolfpack 4. What a hockey game. For Chris Lehman, I'm Drew Blevins signing off from Annapolis. Post-game follows shortly. You're watching NC State Ice Hockey on Wolfpack Sports Television.
Welcome into our post-game report after NC State drops their semifinal matchup to the North Carolina Tar Heels by a score of 5-4. I'm Chris Lehman alongside head coach Mike Gazzillo. Coach, a tough one out there for you today. What's your just first reaction?
I don't know what to say. I mean, apparently they wanted it more than we did. It is what it is. We got another game tomorrow and got to come out and play whoever, gets Georgetown or UVA.
So what did you see out of your team in the third period? A good start, a good jump. You get the goal from Dan Blue to take the lead. What happened from there that kind of turned the tables on your team?
I just think we got caught flat-footed one too many times. And, we talked about that was going to cost us, and sure as hell it did. So, there's really no room for mistakes. I mean, it's, you come down and you got to keep winning to advance. And, they knew what were at stake and just didn't do it.
All right, now the game tomorrow will be against the loser, as you said, of either Georgetown or Virginia, and that game will be at 11:30. What is your mentality going into that game? Obviously, it's really a heartbreaker to give up a goal in the last 2 minutes to lose the game here. You have 9 seniors who have been so close. How do you get ready to play another tough team tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, you got to, you lose a game once, right? And then you got to move on and play the next game. So, season, we won the regular season, that's great. We won the elimination game, that's great. You know, it'd be nice to at least go home with some hardware, you know, and that's what's at stake, going home with something or nothing.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That'll do it for our coverage tonight as NC State drops the game 5-4 to North Carolina. They will have a shot at the bronze tomorrow, though. You've been watching NC State hockey on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you Into the Pack.